Yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay, here we have a battle between Orcs and Goblins and Vampire Counts. It's 2,400 points. I'm going to start with the Vampire Counts deployment. I've got 10 dire wolves. This is, as far as terrain goes, this is a Tower of Blood. Just a regular wall. 5 Blood Knights. 43 zombies. 31 skeletons, full command, with a level 1 baby vampire. I've got a corpse cart with the unholy lowstone. 43 zombies again. 10 hex race. And a spirit host. A Vargolf. Abyssal Tower Terror Lord there, level 1, with Gaze and a Gash, and of course that one has Invocation and a Heck, and then 10 more Dire Wolves. They both, my Dire Wolves and my Hex Race vanguarded. He forced me to move back my 12 inches. I tried to get into that force, but we started with the Blood and Glory, although we are ignoring the standard breaking army rules for Blood and Glory, since neither of us really have any standards. I only have 1, he has 2, but if he were to lose 1, he loses the battle, and I, just starting out deploying, lose immediately because I had below the points cost. Let's see here. How about you?
We've got 6 Wolf Riders with a musician, short bows, shields, and short bows, shields, and spears. 4 trolls. We've got a spear chukka. We've got just a regular orc chariot, rock lava. This is 29 orcs, orc biggins with shields and full command. With a level 2 orc shaman there. Another 4 trolls, 20 night goblins with hand weapon and shield. They've got a level 2 night goblin shaman there. This is a doom diver. We've got Azhag the Slaughterer here. 4 trolls, a spear chukka, and another copy of the Wolf Rider unit there.
And he also vanguarded. He kind of scooted backwards.
Yeah, I kind of just...
And you have a chariot back there with a BSB on it?
And yeah, this is a character chariot here. It's an orc big boss with a spear shield, and he's the battle standard bearer.
Okay. Well, let's dice off for who gets to go first.
I get +1.
You get +1. I got a 4, and you got a 2. I'll be going first. Let's get into that. My movement, I moved the dire wolves up a little bit more. The blood knights just moved up. The zombies, skeletons, and more zombies marched, and the corpse cart follows along. I moved the Terror Lord over there to give them the march. These guys all kind of moved up like that. I wanted to march through, but couldn't. The hex race on that, so I just plopped in front so I can get them next turn. And my dire wolves are in a way so they can either counter charge or make that dude get me in the front if he wants, or I can charge on my turn. And I tried to angle the spirit host and the Vargolf so that if he tried to get me, say with the trolls, I don't know what their movement is, but he has to hit the spirit host or get flank charged by the spirit host. Okay, yeah, that's my movement turn. You can go ahead and start measuring and stuff if you want. I'm recording this. For the Vampire Counts Magic Phase 1, I cast Invocation to Heck. Got like 9 zombies there, and up here got like 10 or so. And I also cast I used the Book of Archon and moved them up there during the magic phase, and he cast my Terror Lord, Cascades and the Gash, which he dispelled with 6 dice irresistibly at his Doom Diver. And that's it.
He's
starting his turn.
3 hits.
Alright. So when I did the magic phase, we forgot that I came within 10 of those goblins.
8.
Or 8 of those goblins. And 3 fanatics shot out, killed a troll and wounded 1, and killed, I think, 6 or so zombies.
4.
Something like that.
4 or something.
Some small amount.
6 or less. And then the random movement happened immediately on the beginning of his turn, and they went, I think it was 8 back that way, and ended up back through his unit coming back home.
Alright, so it did
So,
3 wounds, or 3 hits on the trolls. It did 1 wound, so we're about to find out if I make my regeneration save. I do.
good.
And then it hit the goblins, so that's a wound, or a hit, and wounding on a 2+. That's a wound. Oh no.
I think Night Goblins should get a save against fanatics. Like a special thing.
Because they know it's coming.
Their save against
Oh,
fanatics.
I've seen this before.
They're the only ones prepared.
Their save versus fanatics is that they cost 3 points apiece.
Right.
Okay. So that's the end of that, right?
Yeah. So let's see. The Wolf Riders over here marched to that spot. Trolls suffered from stupidity because I placed my general pretty badly. This just kind of adjusted its angle a little bit. These guys did a swift reform and moved back 3 inches. 3 because they have the Banner of Swiftness. What I was trying to do is get his forward arc, or rather these guys in his forward arc, and they're just barely within it. These guys moved ahead a little bit. That should be there. Trolls here suffered from stupidity. And let's see, these guys moved over here.
And you did a charge.
That was that.
And you did a charge.
Oh, and I did a charge with my trolls here on his Vargol.
Which will be pretty nasty. We'll see who survives that.
And there's that. So we're about to figure out magic right now.
Okay.
I do not expect to win this game.
You should always expect to win.
He's just gonna...
3 dice.
Okay, in his magic phase, he did a boosted foot of Gork using his Power Stone with that wizard that he turned.
2 orcs died.
Killed half of my Hex Race. It only shunted over 2 inches that saved 4 of their lives, and he missed on one of them, and it was a miscast.
Right there.
Alright, there you go.
So
That can be temporary.
he's now
really
resolving
fucking
Yeah.
who's hurt. Okay,
I need a wound.
a wound. There you are.
Really should stack another quarter on there, probably.
So 1 wound on him and the other guys. Anything?
2 orcs died out of the 3 that could have died there.
Okay. So that's the end of his magic. The Orcs and Goblins turn 1 shooting. He started off, let's see here, turning that towards my zombies and failed to shoot or something. Then he went to this, and
Yeah, I failed my shoot roll.
that has to
here.
turn, I think, towards this side.
Yeah, you're right.
He shot at my Terror Lord, and because it was long range, he failed. And he needed a 5, I think. And this, he put right on the Terror Lord, and it moved 4 inches too far back this way, towards the rear. And the other landed right on my...
No. It scattered.
well,
10
what? No,
inches.
you aimed at the
pointed at
Blood
those
Knights,
guys.
and it went 10
Scattered
inches
10
this way,
inches
and he
this
could
way.
only redirect
And
1
I
inch.
redirect 1 inch. Yeah. So.
And then he shot over here and killed 1 wolf.
So that's a single wound.
That's a magic phase. Or
Yeah, it is.
shooting.
Whatever.
Close combat, there is none. Or there is one. There is one. Let's go to this. Close combat. From his charge, I did 3 wounds. He regenerated 1, so 2 wounds. And he did, 4 hits and wounded twice, and I regenerated 2 of the 4. And so he beat me by 1, and so I have 1 wound left on the Vargol. Now it's the beginning of my turn. In my movement phase, I moved these dire wolves kind of up and out of the charge range of those trolls. I did not move the Blood Knights. I moved the skeletons and those zombies up just a little bit. About 3 or so. Moved the corpse cart where it needs to be for its bubble, and then did not move those zombies. I did charge with my Terror Lord into the side of both sides, the Spirit Host and the Terror Lord into those trolls. Try to see if he can help them out. I moved these wolves up to charge that Spear Chucker next turn, maybe. And I ran those Hex Race through Spear Chucker, which we have to resolve those hits. I just want to point out the hero Hex Race because I just rolled against their Strength 7. It was 3 6s, which is probably just enough, I'm going to guess, for that to no longer exist. Yay. In my magic phase, I had, forget the dice. I had 6 dice. Yeah, I had 6 dice, and I used them all on the 18 bubble invocation to try to see if I can also help out the Vargai some. Because he's about ready to get pounded again and die, and I don't want him to. And he Dispel Scrolled it, and that's that. Now we go to close combat. In this combat,
Animosity.
I beat him by 5, and he ran. We randomized it because they're all the same size unit. He ran from the Spirit Host, he ran into the woods, 7 inches. My Spirit Host did not catch them, my Vargolf did, and my Vampire Lord didn't even try. And they stopped and bumped into the Terror Lord, but the Vargolf does count as getting them. Let us know if that's not correct. That's what we went with. Now it's going to be his turn. Okay, on his movement, he marched those guys forward up on top of the hill. He charged those because they failed their animosity and had to charge. He was probably going to do that anyway. He turned his chariot. Help me out here if I'm messing something up. That chariot bumbled forward about 4 inches or so. Shouldn't say
move
bumbled,
the chariot up here, and then I moved the BSB on chariot over here. Orcs stayed where they're at because they need to. Oh shit! I was going to move him.
Okay, we'll figure out where you're going to put him, and I'll let you know whether I agree.
Actually,
and he charged the back of these wolves.
He's fine where
with
he's at.
Them.
Yeah, he's fine where he's at.
Which were they on the hill?
No.
Okay.
That was the one that that's one the magic hill.
And he moved those trolls just over to the side.
Yeah, moved them sideways 3 inches.
Image there in the background, and that's his movement. He's doing magic. What'd you roll?
I rolled 3 and 4 for the dice, and I had 3 channel attempts. I made one.
His magic phase, he tries to do the stomp again. He does the boosted version. He misses it by 1.
I did a 6 dice on it and rolled extremely low. I missed it by 1.
Yeah. So he's not happy about that. And then he tried to Soul Blight my Terror Lord, and I just met it, what he rolled, which was 14 with that low Dispel roll with 5. So I survived. In his close combat, you won there, and I lost
a total of
6 wolves. And then over here, you won, and I lost 6 wolves. So we're seeing what the average is there. And then that's it, right?
That was all close combat, yeah.
Yep. Starting my turn. In my movement, I charged with the Blood Knights into his chariot and made it from the wall. I lost 1 jumping the wall. I wheeled my zombies just to kind of be the same angle as the skeletons. Take care. I moved the zombies up to that corner so that they can help out things in a charge to the flank if those trolls do hit the zombies. The zombies failed stupidity because of the fungal forest and bumbled forward and bumped the inch that he moved to the side, so once again he's unable to wheel and charge my skeletons. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it appears to be that way. That's a better shot of it. So if he would have wheeled, he would bump into it, so therefore he can't charge the skeletons. My Vargolf and my Spirit Host charged his Doom Diver. Funny enough, the Vargolf failed, only went 3 inches forward, and the Spirit Host made it. My Terror Lord charged in to help the wolves. And that was the end of my movement. I forgot the Hex Race over there. They ran through his General and the Wyvern, and they did 3 attacks, and 1 actually hit the Wyvern. I think that's how you said it. And then we're doing magic. So, in the magic phase, I cast the big 18 bubble invocation, and failed to get it by 1. I only got 17. And then the bound spell he blew away with all his dispelled dice. And that was magic phase. Give me a look here. In close combat, we did the magic, right?
Yeah.
In close combat,
Nothing happened.
no wounds here, but he's got the flank, so I dropped one. In close combat here, I obliterated the chariot and overran into the rock lava. It was like just barely clipping the corner of it, so we decided to dice it off, and I won it, which was cool. That's what I wanted to happen. And over here, obliterated his wolves. Oh, we forgot to do this one. Alright,
Oh,
get
yeah.
right back here. I did 2 wounds on him, and he couldn't attack back.
Bye.
Alright, his turn, top of 4.
I have no idea.
Or 3. Bottom of 3.
Probably. Alright,
Bottom
so
of 3.
he has
Anyway.
His range.
moved from there to there and just set him up in case he needs to charge. These guys reformed to face this way so I can cast Foot of Orc on him. I'm just praying that that'll work. Let's see, these guys reformed so that they were facing a little more towards this. And then I moved the mage from that side to that side.
He's trying to get all his spellcasters in forward arc of my Terror Lord so he can be blasting away at him.
Sure. And these guys charged, couldn't have failed. He charged the Blood Knights and could not have failed that either. And that was all the movement.
It's going to be interesting there.
So we're going to see how
Not
the magic
happy about
goes.
Okay. Magic. You want to roll dice?
Phase.
3 and 2.
I did the regular Foot of Gork with this guy and rolled exactly enough. I rolled a 13 plus his 2, so 15, which is exactly what I needed. And he used his Dispel Scroll, got rid of it.
He was trying to put the foot on my Terror Lord.
So I had 1 die left. There were 5 magic die. And I rolled that. That was a 4. And then I rolled, what I was doing was casting Sneaky Stabbing with him, on him. So rolled a 4, and then the Magic Mushroom was 6, totaling 12. He got 11 on the dice, so he has Armor Piercing.
He
and
got it off.
Can reroll 2 hit and 2 wound.
That's not good.
And now we're going to go and shoot it.
Time for his, a recap on his shooting phase.
This missed the shot on that.
Okay,
That's
over here, he won combat. There's still 1 left. Right here, I crumbled by 5, plus he killed 8, which was just removing dice because of my invocations. Here, it was a stalemate. He won the challenge that I issued.
Did we get the fact that he had Sneaky Stabbing on him? Because he did.
Yeah.
In a challenge, yeah. Then this combat over here happened, and these guys made all of their 2 hit rolls, but failed all of their 2 wound rolls.
And that's all. Okay, in my movement, I charged my hero out at that chariot. Failed, so he moved out 2. So rolled a 1 and 2. I charged the Vargolf and the dogs into that combat to help out killing that. I charged my Terror Lord into his boss. I also ran my Hex Race through the black... Are those black orcs? Or regular orcs? And killed 3.
Regular orcs.
Killed 3. And that was magic phase. I attempted to do Invocation. And he dispelled it. And I attempted to do Gaze in the Gash into his orcs. It didn't happen. Turn. He charged his wolves from over there into the back of my Blood Knights here. That's really bad. His chariot charged my baby vamp. That's really bad. His trolls charged my zombies here. That's really bad. And that's all.
Goblin cast Sneaky Stabbing with a 6 on the die and a 4 on the Magic Mushroom, so that was 12.
On those wolves right there.
Yeah, on these guys here.
Did you make it?
I made it, but you dispelled it with all your dice.
And then you stomped this.
I did a 6 dice stomp on the 18 plus version on him. I made it. I did not scatter. I did 3 wounds on the mount and 1 wound on the vampire who failed his ward save.
And then you didn't get stomp again.
And I got a 2nd stomp off, but it scattered off the model, and then I did not get another. So goblins and the Orc Warlord finally took out the Blood Knights. the trolls had a pretty big victory right over here. The
That's how many died over there.
character on the chariot managed to kill the vampire with impact hits and overran into this unit. This won by like 2 or 3. These guys, one goblin actually managed to kill the Vargulf, and another one killed one of these wolves, so they reformed. They still lost the combat. And
He passed his. He had a couple leadership tests, and both of them.
It was 5- rerollable both times, and I passed him on the first roll.
Yeah, lucky. Okay,
and that's
it. And the last turn, I charged his bolt throw with the Hex Race. I charged with the Terror Lord into his general and failed, and just went forward. And I charged the Spirit Host into his goblins. Moving on to magic. My close combat, the Hex Race killed that, turned around. With those trolls, he wiped out the rest of my zombies. And banging in there, he knocked out about 12 skeletons. Here, he knocked out, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 12 zombies. Here, he killed my dire wolves, and I killed one. He killed my dire wolves and 1 wound on the Spirit Host, and I killed 1 goblin, so that didn't go very well. That's it. In his movement, he reformed those guys to turn around this way. He wants to cast spells at them, see if he can't mop them up. He charged these trolls into those skeletons, see if he can mop them up. And he charged Azag, or whatever his name, into my Terror Lord. That's it. Okay, so far in his magic, he hit that with the foot, it scattered, he killed 1. Yeah. And he hit it again, and he rolls this to see if he wounds.
So, yeah.
So, the unit's dead. And now he's going to place it again. See, did you get that roll?
Well, the thing
so, at the last little bit, his close combat, he killed all the skeletons, left 3 zombies, and here he killed the
vampire.
The Abyssal Terror, and then he stomped the vampire to death. Let us know if that's not right. But it sounds right. And then he did, I think, 1 wound over there to the Spirit Host, maybe
took
not.
1 wound, and then they had a rank, so that negated.
But when my dude died at the end of the phase, I went for Crumble, and it killed 4 wounds on the corpse cart. Way more than enough to kill 3 zombies, and it killed way more than enough to kill a Spirit Host. So every single thing is dead on the VC side. So I wonder who won. Anyway, we'll let you know.
Good game.
GG.